Welcome to today's episode. Today I am going over how to meal prep your lunch and dinner in under 30 minutes, okay? So school's coming up, work weeks are just crazy in general, so I want you guys to be able to get in the swing of things, of having healthy food around, and then also just saving time in general, because when school starts, what happens? We're running out the door. At least I know I am. I'm always yelling, get your shoes, get your shoes. Mornings are crazy. Having your breakfast prepped is ideal. But usually what happens, what's even crazier, our evenings, right? Because we get home, we are exhausted, the kids are exhausted. So I want you guys to be able to have some tools in your tool belt. That way you can actually be successful at eating healthy when the chaos of school starts, right? Okay, so today we're making two different kinds of meals. So very similar, but they're just slightly off a little bit. So for those that do not know me, my name is Nicole Eichinger, and I take moms from a kitchen mess to a dinner time success. And we do that through meal planning and meal prep. Like, this is very similar to what I teach in the Supermom Academy course. So there is a Supermom Meal Plan Academy coming up August 20th, where I will actually be teaching you guys how to actually do this in real life and actually be able to be successful. So first thing I want you guys to do is what I've done already. I have a pot that has already had my quinoa cooked. So it's 1 cup of quinoa to 2 cups of water. So 1 cup of cooked quinoa, and I don't have anything on this quinoa yet, and I'm going to tell you why in just a second. So I just, like I said, just 1 cup of quinoa to 2 cups of water. And if you wanted to get all nitty gritty, you could measure this out. I don't recommend measuring your foods. You just have to kind of get a feel for your eyeball, because if you were to start measuring and scaling and weighing everything out, that's when healthy habits do not happen, and I want a healthy habit with food for you. So what I like you to use is your hand. And so that's one thing I do teach in the Supermom Meal Plan Academy, is just how to actually eyeball it out. And then black beans. So these black beans are going to be served for 2 different meals, right? So we're using them for a Caribbean jerk, and then we're also doing it for Mexican. So we're going to have a Mexican theme because I live in Texas and there is Mexican theme everything. So these are dried black beans that I literally just put them on a pot and I boiled them for a while. This one is, you're going to have to do a little bit beforehand unless you have already a can of beans, because it might take a little bit longer than 30 minutes to get them all going. So this is actually a vegetarian meal. I like to go vegetarian at least 2 to 3 times a week with the family. Not only does it save money, but it's delicious, so I don't mind it. It's not like we're missing out on anything. Okay, so I have quinoa, I have my black beans, and then I have some food in the oven. So 425 for 20 minutes, I think these have been in, maybe 25 minutes. I divided them up, you can see right here. Sweet potatoes over here, this is my Caribbean jerk, and then this is my Mexican, and this is hot. So the sweet potatoes for the Caribbean jerk are, I have, what did I put on there? Cinnamon, I put nutmeg, and some garlic. So that's what they have on them right now. Okay, so I have my Brussels sprouts. Like I said, the Brussels sprouts are my Caribbean ones, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like, oh, this is normally what we have, you know, in the Caribbean islands. This is the type of veggies that we have over there. Whatever veggies you have on hand will work. The biggest tip I can give you guys is don't get so caught up with a recipe. If you have something else in your fridge or something else in your pantry, do that, swap it out and get everything used up that you have. Sweet potatoes for the Mexican are just cinnamon, and that's it. And you're like, cinnamon and Mexican? Y'all, promise it's delicious. Okay, so I also roasted the broccoli for my Mexican theme. So 425, and I drizzled some avocado oil on these. I drizzled garlic, some nutmeg on the Caribbean ones, and garlic, lots and lots of garlic, y'all, always garlic. Okay, so the tip with making these little quinoa bowls and making them awesome is that you don't want everything cooked. So I'm cutting up some carrots. And you notice too, look how colorful these bowls are. Like, amazing. We're gonna put some thyme on my quinoa, and actually a little bit on everything, because like I said, this is the Jamaican jerk one. I'm gonna do paprika over everything, season my beans, And then another amazing thing, like I said, you want half of your veggies to be cooked and half of them to be raw. Because if you were to have everything cooked in a quinoa bowl, it gets mushy. So you want it to have that texture. That's really, really nice to have that texture. Cabbages last forever, y'all, especially the purple cabbage. So what I end up doing is I just take a paper towel and put it in a little baggie, and it helps absorb the moisture. So if you ever get any veggies, you can do this too as well. So if you ever get anything that's a little bit too moist, the paper towel, just switch it out and it'll help last a little bit longer as well. So next is some cilantro. And then you can just put that wherever you like. Some people aren't a big fan of it, but I am. I love my cilantro. And then I will add some pineapple over here to my Jamaican jerk. And y'all, look how beautiful this meal is right here for you. Done in 30 minutes, and this is fulfilling. This is a vegetarian meal. You can definitely do it with chicken. You can do it with beef. There's no really wrong way to make a veggie bowl. So y'all, quinoa bowls are the way to go. 30-minute meals are possible and they're doable, and you can do this on the weekend. Spend an hour and you can have the entire week completed, and it'd be super simple. I mean, come on, 30 minutes to get meals that look like this. You can do it too. I will hopefully see y'all very soon in the Supermom Meal Plan Academy. Take care. Bye.